Welcome to FDS MTG News for Friday, January 19th, 2024. Brought to you today with the immeasurable help of the folks over on the PlayEDH team. Be sure to check out their link in the description down below. They fixed it! Last week, we reported that Wizards had posted a video teaser trailer that had Ravnica spelled Ravnica and Teysa Karlov listed as a member of the Azorius Guild. On January 12th, they posted an updated version of the video with the correct spelling of Ravnica, and then they just blurred out the rest of the words just enough so you couldn't read them. And while I gave Wizards a lot of crap last week for the goof, I am happy to see they went through the effort to fix the issue and re-release the video. Yahoo has reported D.A. Davidson, a large investment bank, has downgraded Hasbro stock from buy to neutral. In the interview with Yahoo, a representative from the firm said that the tone of the company has really changed, and that this change started with the layoffs in December. I have to step aside here and point out that the reason the layoffs happened was to preserve cash flow, keep the company lean, blah blah blah, at least according to this guy. Obviously, to keep the stock price high. Doesn't seem to be working right now, does it? I realize business folks would probably disagree, but they probably could have kept most of those folks and maybe not had as many gaffes in the recent weeks as they've had, and they wouldn't have lost a huge bit of goodwill from the customer base, and yeah, the stock would still be faltering, but at least you would have the staff there to keep things going in the right direction. Now, not so much. The other reasons the D.A. Davidson representative mentioned for the downgrade was estimates for Q1 2024 are probably set too high and Hasbro probably won't hit them, as well as Hasbro not having enough cash on hand to get their debt low enough to lower their leverage ratio, whatever the hell that means. But hey, they have a new Trivial Pursuit AI coming out soon. If you were playing Magic Online at all last week, we know you are lying because it was down for a good part of last week. And while I am exaggerating a little for comic effect, it seems Magic Online was experiencing many unscheduled cessations of service over the past few weeks, events being canceled along with server issues. Of course, anyone who works in any level of support knows that server issues could mean anything from actual server issues all the way to Steve forgot to pay the electricity bill again. But after a few days of downtime, they got everything sorted, and then they gave everyone all the cards. Yep, for a few days, everyone was able to redeem all the cards released on Magic Online if they put in the code REPAIR. This surprisingly fun apology has already ended, though. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I post news on Friday. Go tell Daybreak Games to schedule their unscheduled downtime better next time so I can report the fun stuff while you can still get it. Murders at Karlov Manor previews have begun. Most of the story has been released, and they have revealed all the mechanics in the set. Since the story has only been out for a day or so, I'll keep it spoiler-free, but personally I really enjoyed it. If you read the story, be sure to check out the author's Twitter account. Shannon McGuire posted DVD extras, ask your parents, for each episode so you can get a peek into some of the behind-the-scenes of their writing. As for mechanics, we got Investigate coming back. As a reminder, when you investigate, you create a clue token that has the ability to pay 2 and sacrifice this artifact, then draw a card. The rest of the mechanics are new and different. First, we have Disguise, which is a tweaked morph. If a card has Disguise, you may cast it face down for 3, and it will be a 2/2 creature with Ward 2. You can flip it face up for its Disguise cost. Next, we have Cloak, which is a tweaked Manifest. When you cloak a card, you can put it onto the battlefield as a 2/2 creature with Ward 2, and you may turn it face up for its mana cost if it's a creature card. Suspect is a new mechanic where a card can become suspect, and if it does, it gains Menace, but cannot block for as long as it's suspected. Up next is Collect Evidence, where you exile cards from your graveyard with the mana value of the number next to collect. So if a card tells you to collect 4, you exile cards from your graveyard for a total mana value of 4. That could be 1 card with mana value of 4, or 2 cards with a mana value of 2, etc. Finally, we have Cases, which are weird. Basically, they are enchantments that give you an effect. But if you solve the case, that means meet a specific criteria listed on the card, then you get a bonus effect. For example, we have the Case of the Ransacked Lab. When you cast it, it gives you the static effect that all instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less to cast. To solve it, you need to cast 4 or more instant or sorcery spells this turn. Once it is solved, you get the bonus effect of whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. And if you met the criteria, then you solve it at the beginning of your end step. As as for previews, you can find those over at Scryfall or Mythic Spoilers because they do it much better than I do. But I do like to highlight my favorite card revealed so far, which is Voja, Jaws of the Conclave, which is Naya in a Ravnica set. And that just tickles me for some reason. This is also a pre-release promo. Yeah, it's one of those cards that come in the pre-release pack, but you can't use it in your pre-release pool. Yeah, it's annoying. I just wish they would make it playable, but it gives me something to complain about, so Thanks to the PlayEDH crew for their help in putting this episode together. Be sure to join their Discord using the link down below. That about does it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and you all have a wonderful day. And while I gave Wizards a lot of crap last week for the goof, I am happy to see they went through with and while I gave Wizards a lot of crap last week for the spoof, no. I am happy to see they went through the effort to fix the issue and there it is. In the interview with Yahoo, a representative from the The other reasoning, most of the story has been released, and we all know the mechanics in the set. No, we don't all know. If we all knew, I wouldn't be reporting it. If you read the story, Shannon, I guess. I'm really sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. My wife loves your books. Like you're watching this. Anyway. Shannon McGuire Podosted. It gains menace, but cannot block for as long as it's suspected. At the beginning of your end